Hey everyone, Matt here from Native Instruments, and today we're going to check out the latest KONTAKT instrument, Playbox. Goodbye writer's block, hello inspiration. Overflowing with samples, chord sets, effects, and presets, Playbox comes loaded with everything you need to generate musical ideas. Playbox is a workflow game changer, giving instant and one-of-a-kind results for every music maker. Playbox includes over 1,000 presets with more than 200 chord sets and over 900 stunning samples. Let's check a few out. I made a beat from the kits that are included with Battery Now. Let's work in Logic Pro and see what Playbox can do. With an instance of Playbox open, I have a patch selected called Instant Pop. First, let's head over to the Effects tab and then turn on the arpeggiator. You can hear how it arpeggiates the notes from the chords. Back on the ARP tab, let's turn the speed up to 16th notes. One thing I'm noticing is on the second chord, the arpeggiator is playing all 5 notes, and on the first note, it's only playing 4 notes. So what we're going to do is let's audition some notes and record in our own chord. Once you know which notes you want to play, it's as simple as hitting the red record button underneath and then playing those notes one at a time. Alright, let's see how that sounds now that the ARP will play all 5 notes. Perfect. Let's go to the Effects tab and make some adjustments. I'm going to turn the filter cutoff down. So I was going to turn the reverb up on the actual reverb page, but let's go ahead and play with this XY pad. Since this is mapped to multiple macros, it might give us the effect we're looking for. This is sounding great now. Let's go ahead and record it in. All right, I went ahead and copied it over a few times, cleaned everything up. Now let's do some bass. So this is the starting patch from Playbox. First thing I'm gonna do is go to chords, and then let's browse for a new preset underneath. Since I'm doing bass, I only want it to be 1 note, so I'm gonna click on Unison and then select Unison 1. Now you can see my chords for each key have 8 notes based off whatever scale they're in. Now let's go over to the samples page and change the sound. If you hover over the cube, you can click the search icon and select a sample. I'm going to go to the bass category. Let's scroll to the top and check a few out. I like this one, so let's load it in. Now that we have this on one of our keys, let's spread this across the entire range. You can click the little circle icon, hit spread, and then click apply. Let's go over to the Effects tab and roll the dice to get some random presets. It's a really cool way to change one aspect of your sound while maintaining the integrity. I'm going to click the preset name below Effects, and then I'm going to browse for some type of distortion preset. This one's great, just going to turn off the reverb and the delay, and let's record. Got the bass in there, it's all cleaned up. Now let's do a melody for the verse. When working with multiple instances of Playbox, I found it's easiest to duplicate the plugin which has your chord settings. You could also export your MIDI from that instance and drag and drop them straight into Playbox. So this is our lead sound that we used earlier. What I'm going to do is go down and click the lock button on the chords, and now we can browse through different presets while maintaining our chords. I really like how it gives you a preview every time you click on one. Let's use this preset for our verse melody. You can see how it has the same chords. What's really cool about this sample is it sounds like it was sampled from a turntable or something. Let's record a small part and then we'll do some effects on it. With Playbox open, on the Effects tab, first thing I want to do is turn up the reverb. Now let's adjust the filter. It's currently on a high pass filter. If we click here, we can change it to a low pass. Let's play this back and see how it sounds. So it kind of just comes in out of the blue. Let's do a reverse reverb effect so you know it's coming. I'm gonna add the plugin Realm to the track and I'm gonna turn it up to 100%. Now I'm gonna cut the first note, I'm gonna right click it and then bounce in place. This is gonna bounce just this single note on a new track. I'm gonna reverse the sample. That's perfect. Now let's drag it right before the first note comes in. I'll add a fade and cut it off a little after so it hangs over. And let's see how this sounds. This is really starting to come together here. Last thing I want to do is add a stab sound to the final hook. I'm going to do the same thing and copy the instance of Playbox with the chords to a new track. With the chords locked, let's go ahead and find a new preset. I love the feature of being able to favorite different presets that I really like. I really like this pad, but one thing I don't need is bass in this sound. I'm going to replace the sample with one of my own. Here I have a brass stab. You can simply drag your sample on top of the cube you want to replace, and it'll automatically find the key and put it on the right note. Now I could spread the samples from this chord to all the others. This is one of those sounds that just gives your track that extra bit of spice, provides a little bit of movement and makes things a little different. I'm going to copy the MIDI from the lead down to this track and make a few adjustments. And then let's play it back. And that was really the last thing I wanted to add. I have a few samples from the Battery Now kits that I've added to my project. I'm just going to unmute them and let's play this whole thing back and see how it sounds. And that's Playbox. Check it out today at nativeinstruments.com or get it as part of the Complete Now bundle. Stay tuned for more plugin walkthrough videos to see what comes with Complete Now and how you can make most of all the included sounds.